Sorry about the technical difficulties. I even forgot to add a thumbnail. This mic is kind of fucked up, but the sound still sounds well. It's just a little bit wobbly and whatnot. Hopefully it's not causing any issues through the output end. But we are here to talk about the 4 basketball games tonight. Not a very long video and story here. But, yeah, let's just get it started. Raptors, Bucks. Drew Holiday scores a season-high 37. The Bucks beat the Raptors 1-3. They won by 8 points. I don't know why the hell Apple's charge jacks are so fucking trash, but yeah, his best scoring night of this season, and they needed it. Obviously, now Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, he's been playing like a star without Giannis Antetokounmpo, and I mean, it makes sense. He played really well over at the Pelicans, and he never really had a guy in his career like Giannis until he came to Milwaukee. You know, Bobby Portis was getting into the lane, throwing down some big ones. Joe Ingles was finding a rhythm. I mean, he was kind of like an X-Factor player for them. So, yeah, Brook Lopez got ejected after snatching Gary Trent's headband off. He was literally just like holding him up. It was so stupid. I don't know what the hell Brook Lopez was doing, but Joe Ingles, tough shots, layups in traffic. Shout out to Joe Ingles. He actually played a very impactful role in this one. Pascal Siakam ended up with 23 points. Scotty Barnes had 14 points and 13 rebounds, and fantastic game for Fred VanVleet. Obviously, no one talks about it because they lost the game, but he put up 39. And I mean, Gary Trent put up 28. I mean, this was a pretty good game. But the Bucks are just so deep. They have so many strong players on their lineup. It's crazy. But looking at the Raptors, I mean, OG Anunoby didn't play well. Neither did Chris Boucher or Juan Hernan-Gomez when they got in. So, yeah, it's kind of tough. Looking at the Bucks, 12 points, 12 rebounds for Bobby Portis, and then 37 points for Drew Holiday off of 50% three-point shooting. And Grayson Allen looked pretty well himself, 25 points off of 80% three-point shooting. So, there's that game. Moving on to the Nets and Spurs. I'm not planning on talking a lot of these games super in-depth. The last 2 games of the night offered some pretty big storylines, but other than that, yeah. Keldon Johnson hits a career-high 36. The Spurs beat the Nets. They end a 5-game skid. Yeah, before coming into this game, they lost 5 straight games, which losing streaks have been very normal for Greg Popovich and the Spurs this year. Best scoring night of Keldon Johnson's career, that's great. He was also grabbing boards. Possibly his best performance of his early NBA career. Keldon Johnson, won Team USA last year, so we know he can hoop. I've known for a decent amount of the time that he's a pretty solid player. When he played with DeJounte Murray, they had a pretty decent dynamic there. But, yeah, they were able to win by 8. Obviously, the Brooklyn Nets are dealing with a lot of injuries, so, yeah. Markieff Morris and Jeremy Sohan got into a fight. There were a couple of fights around the league tonight, which was interesting. Josh Richardson, great blocking, a great defense. Nick Claxton was also an at-the-rim defender tonight, 4 fucking blocks. I mean, he's looking great. He's a young guy. He's a guy that the Nets can really build off of. Keldon Johnson, tough shots. Jeremy Sohan as well hit some tough shots, but yeah. Looking at the Nets, 15 points, 11 rebounds for Nicholas Claxton. Don't forget the blocks. And Ben Simmons, despite people, talking shit about him, he had a triple-double, 10 points, 11 assists, 10 rebounds. Just not a great game from, guys like Joe Harris and Yuta Watanabe and Patty Mills. I feel like guys like that should have came off the bench and really gave them some power. But no Kyrie, no Kevin Durant. Obviously, they're not going to win this game. I don't know. Can they win a game without those two? Maybe. But for now, it's kind of up in the air. Trailblazers and Nuggets. Nikola Jokic leads the Nuggets past the Blazers for their 14th straight home win. They are looking insane at home this year, man. 13th triple-double of the season for Nikola Jokic. Great scoring. Damian Lillard had a great performance as well, and this brings up the question that I put in the title. Should Damian Lillard request a trade? Because at this point, he's putting in so much work. He put up a 50-point performance and lost. Now he's putting up 44 and losing by 9. He's not even just losing by a score or 2. He's losing by 9. This man would have had to put up damn near 55 points to beat this team right now. So, 14 straight home games. They won by 9. Very, very efficient triple-double for Nikola Jokic. A lot of NBA players that can get triple-doubles, and it's kind of became some sort of norm in the league in the past 6 or 7 years. But man, Jokic, when Jokic does it, he makes it all count. Josh Hart was passing the ball around. Drew Eubanks was playing some good defense. Jamal Murray had some good passing. Very impressive offense from MPJ, spinning around defenders, scoring. My guy, but really the only good performer for the Blazers was Lillard. The man put up 44 points, and he shot well. 50% from 3, 60% from the field. That's crazy. I mean, the dude's playing with Josh. He's playing with Josh Hart, Greg Brown, Jabari Walker, Nasir Little, Gary Payton, Keon Johnson. Trent Watford. all these young guys that are just not able to produce at the level that he, guys like C.J. McCollum could, or Enes Kanter, or LaMarcus Aldridge, those type of guys he had, or even Batum, or even Mo Harkless, But the Nuggets played a very good game nonetheless. 23 points for MPJ off of 67% three-point shooting. Jokic, 36 points, 10 assists, 12 rebounds. He shot 50% from the 3. He only missed 1 shot, and it was a three-pointer, so he played absolutely insane. So, let's just move on to the last game of the night, 76ers and Clippers. This is one of the first games all season we've seen Kawhi and PG on the court together. So that was a really cool thing. But, didn't really help that Joel Embiid ended up scoring 41 points. The 76ers dominated late in the game. They won by 10. It was pretty close throughout. It was actually a really entertaining game. But, man, Tyrese Maxey had some nice stuff. But yeah, insane scoring for Joel Embiid. The 76ers, they blew a 14-point first half lead. The Clippers are a team that are known to rally, and they were almost able to rally in this game to win it, but then the Sixers got some separation, and yeah, this is their 3rd straight win. They're a damn good basketball team. And I don't think the Clippers are trash, but at this point they're not really that good of a team either. They're not really a team I see making it far at all in the playoffs. They're 6th or 7th in the West. I don't know. He put on a show. Joel Embiid, by the way, is 8-0 at Crypto Arena ever since they changed the name from Staples to Crypto.com. Don't forget the .com. Joel Embiid, he hasn't lost a game. He's won 4 apiece against both of the LA teams, so it's safe to say he owns those guys. But Embiid hitting buzzer beaters, denying people in transition on defense. He played great. Tyrese Maxey had some tough floaters. Man, when Kawhi plays, he's so fundamentally sound. It's really fun to watch Kawhi, get through his trend, get through kind of his progressions, and go out there and hoop. And by the way, I don't know why Tyrese Maxey isn't starting. That is the dumbest shit ever, but maybe it helps that he's coming off the bench. Tobias Harris had 20 points off of 50% three-point shooting and 67% from the field. Joel Embiid came out 41 points, 40% from 3. Off the bench, 22 points for Tyrese Maxey, 60% from 3. So, yeah, they played a very good brand of basketball. You look at the Clippers, and it's really just Kawhi Leonard. The 27 points. He shot 33% from 3, 50% from the field. So not a bad game at all from him. But Marcus Morris and Nicholas Batum and Rocco and Moses Brown, Reggie Jackson, Jason Preston and Amir Coffey, all those guys. If you can get some of those guys some more minutes, and maybe if they start playing well, I don't know. PG didn't play great, but he was on minutes restriction. He wasn't getting that many shots. Kawhi pretty much dominated their offensive intake. So, yeah, good game for Kawhi, but wasn't able to get the dub. So, yeah, when Paul George gets off minute restrictions, you can kind of expect the Clippers to be a good basketball team, I would say. But right now, they're just all right. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. GZTV, I am out tomorrow morning. I watched the Shawshank Redemption, by the way. I'm just breaking that news to you guys now. Shawshank Redemption. But anyways, I'm out, guys. Have a good rest of your day.